Alright, there's actually nothing wrong with your screen. There's just snow. A lot of snow. There, goes all the way around the house. I'm about to just basically I'm going to be doing this with an ing for the next couple hours. We had a big snowstorm. Big. I'd say there's at least 8 to 10 inches of snow here right now. So this is what I'm going to be doing. 2 hours of shoveling snow. And it's 10 o'clock on the dot. So I can tell exactly when I'm going to start. Oh, someone left a shovel for me. It's very nice of them. But I just bought a new shovel too. I'll tell a quick story about this snowstorm. I was at, let me just get out, step into it, close the door. So I'm at Shoprite buying salt. And I go to buy the salt and it's all gone. There's no salt left. There's 3 bags. I know I just said there's no salt left, but there were 3 bags, but every single bag was ripped and torn open. And the salt was all over the place, spread out. So I'm like, okay, I guess I won't buy salt. But then I see they have like pet-friendly salt, so I go, okay, I'll buy that. 3 times the cost. It was a 20-pound bag, $5.99, $4.99, make that. 25-pound bag, $4.99. 20-pound bag, pet-friendly salt, $11.99. 20-pound bag. So anyway, they got a snowblower over there. I'm jealous. So anyway, I just grabbed the more expensive salt to melt the snow. And while I'm there, a lady comes up and she looks at the 3 salt bags. And you can tell she's like, ugh. I'm going to say in her head, she was literally like, fuck, I need salt. So what she did next was she took the bag that was the most full and she started scooping the salt that was spread all over the floor and putting it in the bag. It's literally still snowing. She started taking the salt and putting it in the bag. And I don't know, maybe she just don't want to spend that much money because there's a lot of, like, that's a big price difference. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody's like, I'm not rich. I just didn't think of like scooping the salt from the floor into the bag so I could bring it to the counter and at least get some salt for way less than $11.99. But anyway, I thought it was clever. Maybe desperate, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna start. It was 10 o'clock, and I don't know. If I think of anything random, I'll add to it. If I want to show my progress, I'll do that. I'm just gonna get started. All right, steps are done. Here's an indication of how many inches of snow we had. Yes, 8 solid. If you didn't know anything, when you do this, it's not also like awesome. It's also about 8 inches for most people. If you have a regular sized hand, it's a good way to measure 8 inches if you ever need to measure 8 inches. If you never shovel snow, I'll give you some quick snow shoveling advice. Broom is handy for like the snow that you can't shovel off. You just sweep it. See? Comes out perfect. This is annoying though, it is still snowing. So hopefully it won't be too bad. It'll, I know I'm gonna have to do this at least one more time, but I figure if I get if I make a path and get it started, it won't be so bad later. And I don't want to wait till later, because if you ever shoveled snow in your life, you would realize that I don't know. When the sun comes out, it gets warmer. It gets heavier. Now I'm not gonna say it's light, but it's lighter and fluffy. Anyway, here's how happy I am to be doing this. All right, back to shoveling snow. I forgot to add in the most important part of shoveling anything is definitely the stairs, because if I slide over here and I fall, I'm not falling downstairs. So that's why you just make sure the stairs are done, salt on the stairs. The rest, I'd rather fall whatever feet instead of like boom, 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 boom. I don't know if you've ever fallen downstairs. It's not cool. All right, anyway, back to shoveling. All right, it's only been 18 minutes and I've made some progress. Snow was messing it up, but it was nice and clear and clean a couple of seconds ago. A nice two-person width walkway to the steps and here. How many feet do I think this is? I don't know, like 30, 40 feet in total of snow clearing. Not so bad, 18 minutes for an out-of-shape guy. I think that's pretty damn good. Hey, while I was doing it, I thought of some helpful snow advice, like the broom tip I gave. My advice is go with a light, cheap shovel, and the reason is because whenever you're shoveling, the weight of the shovel adds weight and it makes it harder, and you get worn out and tired faster. If you use a light, cheap shovel for the easy part, then you won't be as worn out and it won't be as hard. See, down there, there's a metal shovel next to the broom. Let's see. Yep, that's all the advice I can think of at this second. Next, I'm going to be doing this driveway. Driveway's always tough. I think I'm going to make a path to there and then just shovel so we can get the cars out. I don't need to take this car out right away. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, back to shoveling. Oh, I forgot a story I can tell of when my kid was little. What I used to do, whenever it would snow a lot, like this, like a lot, where we live, it's very urban. I'll show a little bit of the street as I get more towards it. But there's cars just all day, all by. We're on the way to the George Washington Bridge. So there's no hills where you can take kids to go sledding. Like, if we wanted to go sledding, we'd have to get in the car and drive to a hill. Because we do have hills here, but they're streets or houses. So you can't sled through a house. And if you sled down a street down here, even if the street's clear, when you get to the bottom, probably a truck will just run into you, whatever. So what I used to do is I used to take a huge, only when they were real little, actually, but I would take I'd take all the snow and I'd just throw it on a big mound. Like, it would be maybe half the height of those bushes, right? And then I'd make a little teeny snow hill. And I'd grab the sleds and I'd put them on the sleds and then I'd just kind of fling them down the snow hill and they'd go sliding all the way. And I'd make kind of a path so they just slide, not into, the house, the garage. All right. I really am going to do it now. Back to this. All right. I think I'm going to complain. I'm at the absolute worst part, the driveway. I hate doing the driveway. And also I want to show you how deep it was at its deepest. I'm going to say that's a drift. I'll say it's mostly around 8 inches or so, but there are spots of 12 to 14 inches. Boo. But yeah, the driveway is my absolute least favorite part to shovel because there's no place to put the snow. I used to throw it over my neighbor's fence because who cares? But now they got these trees, and when I do it, it blows back on me. That sucks. Oh yeah, and more about the broom. A broom comes in handy when you're sweeping off like really light, powdery stuff like this because a shovel can't get that. So that's why it's good for the steps. All right. All right, here I go. Back to this. All right, 10:36. I did a lot here. I'll show you what I did in the first 18 minutes. But this last 18 minutes is harder because it's like no place to put the snow. So basically, I'm throwing the snow over the car. Otherwise, I'd have to take the snow and carry it to there and gently place it down, and I'm not doing that. It's already taken too long. I can give you more advice. If you have a driveway like ours, my advice is if you have 50 cars, put all 50 of the cars in the driveway. And the reason I say that is because wherever there's a car, you don't have to shovel underneath. Smart. So if I had another car here, actually we should have put the other car here all the way down there. Son of a bitch. If I had another car here, I wouldn't have had to shovel over here. Maybe I will remember this if I watch this video for next year, because there's no reason for that car to be there. It should be here. Anyway, that's more advice. If like you have to shovel a bunch of stupid snow and you never ever did it before, and you know this is your first time. You're living it with me, and I'm going back to it. I think I'm gonna do this for like an hour and a half, and then I'll stop for lunch break or more. And then just get back to it. Anyway, let me just keep going. Snow. Bye. All right, getting there. Here's some more advice. If you have a nice car, anybody that knows anything about windshield wipers, is if it's going to snow, you lift them up so you can find them. That's what smart people do. I, of course, did not do that. Another thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a ton of snow on your car. So say you have a car you don't really care about. Like my car. I mean, I care about my car as much as you can care about something that's purely functional. Like when it doesn't work, I get mad, you know. But what I say about my car is it's basically a workhorse, not a show pony. So anyway, here's some more advice. If you don't care about your car and getting micro scratches or abrasions to the paint, and I've got big peeling spots. Mine looks like, I don't know, like the tenement apartments where you'd have like slumlords with the big paint chips peeling. Actually, it's not that bad, but here, you can do this. Just shovel the snow off. And look how quick. Imagine this with a little brush, getting in there dirty with your gloves. Just shovel the snow off. I'm actually going to do that. Well, anyway, more advice. Hope that helps. All right, back to this. Bye. All right, I've decided to call this video How to Shovel Snow for the Beginner with some pro tips. And I thought of some more. When you're shoveling the snow off of your car like this, it doesn't make sense to shovel around your car yet. You go, why doesn't it make sense to shovel around your car? Because as you shovel the snow off your car, you're going to be spilling snow onto the floor. So my advice, shovel your car first and then shovel around it. All right, more tips to come, probably. All right, back to this. All right, the snow shoveling advice continues. If possible, I don't even know what number I'm not numbering it, it's just random. If possible, just shovel one side of the car. Because, oh, and look, I got smart. I've been shoveling the snow off the roof of the car. But if you shovel one side of the car up to, say, more further, the passenger side, you can get in, right? And see this? Extra work. You can get in, turn on the car, let it warm up, and then drive off. So you have a passenger, right? Well, the good thing is when you drive off, you could drive to someplace where there's no snow, and then the passenger can get in. This stuff is golden. I should make a list. I should publish it, you know. But all right, I'm gonna keep doing this for a little while, probably till like an hour and a half, because then I'm gonna eat some food. You know, this is hard work. This is a lot of manual labor, and my name ain't Manuel. That's a good one. All right, anyway, let me get back to this. More shoveling. All right, so far so good. This was literally the hardest part because I had to take the snow and fling it over the cars. Because, like I said, like the trees, fling it back at me. So far so good. 0 wrenched backs, 0 heart attacks, 0 strokes. Which leads me to my next little bit of advice. If there's anybody at all to come check on you, every once in a while, make sure you're not splayed out in the snow, especially in a country setting. Because, like I said, this is hard. Well, and I mean, you know, maybe I'm not ready for the nursing home or anything like that, but I ain't no spring chicken. So, anyway, there is an end to this in sight. Before I do this, I'll give a little more advice. The snow plows. Here we have a lot of I mean, they're doing their jobs, but I'm going to say they're slightly dickish, snowplow guys. If you have a there goes one. If you have a freshly plowed driveway, they will just plow it, and then it's not freshly plowed. They just barricade it right in. So my advice is, don't plow. Oh no, forget that. Don't shovel all the way to the end of your street, the driveway. Leave like a little barrier wall. So when they plow through, it just continues and gets pushed along. Because otherwise, that snow is looking for a place to go, and it's going to be in your driveway that you just shoveled. I'll show you what I mean later. Right now, I gotta finish behind the car, and I gotta do about like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 8 huge trees worth of sidewalk. Somebody else has a snow plow. All right, let me get to this. Bye for that plow. Well, this is slightly good news. My neighbor had a snow plow, but I don't really know him that well, and I think I scared him off when I started talking to him. He snow plowed about 6 feet of snow for me, so my life is a little bit easier. This much. All right, anyway, back to this. Bye. All right, more advice. My neighbor was just using a snowblower, so my advice is buy a snowblower. It was pretty easy. Here comes the plow guy. Other than that, maybe hire somebody so you don't have to do it. In this crapo pandemic economy, I'm sure there's plenty of people willing to shovel the snow. I was like, shovel the show, shovel the bowl, blah, blah. Finally got it right. I'm not going to end the video here because I'm just going to like keep shoveling. I got to do this driveway, and I'll just going to let everybody know that I survived. You know, I made it to another day. So anyway, I'm just going to shovel some more, and I'm getting towards the end of it. I got to go like maybe to that telephone pole over there, and then I'm quitting it. All right. I'm checking my progress, and not so bad. And I just want to add on about like how to avoid shoveling yourself, about buying a snow shovel, paying somebody to do it. I know a lot of people will be like, well, I live in Florida. I never have to shovel snow. Well, just think that everybody can't just move to Florida and sit on the beach, drink margaritas, and go to Disneyland all the time. Some of us have to live in places where it snows. That's where I live. Fortunately, I don't live in Canada. I hear it snows a lot in Canada. I would have a snowblower if I lived in Canada, but I don't. So anyway, I'm going to do the driveway as somewhat, maybe all of it, I don't know. I'm getting hungry, so I might take a break and come back later. I figure I'll let the sun do some of the work now. And see, it's nice over here. Between there, it's like shade. So, all right, let me see how far I get before my phone dies. All right, snowplow just came by, stopped here. He saw a shovel in here, so he was kind enough not to plow me right back in. There he is. He didn't know though that I'd left this barrier here. I just want to show how deep it is. There. That's like 2 feet, right? Something like that. And I got to do some more, like a driveway's worth. I think I'm gonna leave a little barrier. I don't know. Then I go inside and take a break, get something to eat. I didn't check out the time, how long I've been doing this, but I know it's at least an hour, probably an hour and a half. Started at 10. See what time I finish. All right, let me see how far I can get. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call this video at least. I survived. I'm all right. I left a little path. Squeeze through there. Sidewalk's pretty good. Sun's melting. That's not mine. Neighbors. I certainly left a path to get to the car. I got most of the snow off the roof. My landlord will take care of hers. I don't want to scratch her car. Oh, the path didn't get too filled up. Just walking back to the house. I might just shovel this a little bit and sweep off the stairs, but that's it. I'm done. Not for the day, but now I forgot to check what time this ended, and my battery's really low. What I'll do is I'll go inside. I'll check and I'll say, okay, it took me this many. It took me an hour, whatever. All right. Until then, auf Wiedersehen, which means goodbye in some language that I don't know. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. And it took about 2 hours to get what I was doing done. Maybe it could have been faster. 2 hours minus however long this video is going to be. I'm going to do a little bit more, but for this video, I'm done unless I think of something amazing to add to it. Oh, here's another thing. If you get snow in the door when you open it, it could get compressed, make a little ice, a little frozen block, and then when you try and close the door, it won't close smoothly. Which I should have showed you before I cleared the ice, but that's something that I learned today. So, live and learn, right? All right, anyway, I'm going to show a little bit more. I doubt I'll add anything to this video. 2 hours of me by myself, except for like the little patch of the guy helped me snowblow doing this. And I'm going to eat, so I'm going to finish up and get out of here. Hope you enjoyed me complaining about snow and learned a little bit, unless I add more to this video. Otherwise, I am out of here. Goodbye. That's me waving bye. Alright, so I didn't really end the video where I said I was going to end it because I decided to just shovel enough of the driveway so we can get out. That looks about the exact width of my car. Not too bad. I believe I only got one blister, and that ain't too bad when you're shoveling snow the hard way. Right in a sweet spot though, so every time I do this, I'll be remembered of the fun times I had shoveling snow. Ow, 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 ow. I may do a little bit more of the driveway just to get to the car so we can pull it out. That would be me really going for it today. I might do that. But to do what I did took a solid 2 hours, no less. In case you have a similar amount of driveway and you want to see how long it takes. Alright. If I don't do it now, I'll do it later. But this is it for real. For reals this time. End of the video. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Alright, maybe I'm an idiot, but I'm gonna finish. I don't care. I don't care if it takes 2.5, 3 hours. But here's my advice when it comes to shoveling snow. Shoveling snow is for strained backs and heart attacks. So if possible, don't do it. Just like that song by Duran Duran and somebody else. I can't remember the name right now. Let those white lines blow away. Dun, 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 dun. That's an AJ reference. If he were ever to watch this video all the way to the end, he'd be like, "Hey, I love that song." Anyway, it doesn't look so bad. I'm just going to be finished, and then I'm done forever. I never have to shovel again. Until next time. Okay, so this is going to be the video that says it ends, but never ends. It's never going to end, folks. There's going to be more and more and more. And every time I say it's going to be over, it's not going to be over. It's just going to continue. I thought of something else. Probably a good idea, before you do all this, is to take a few aspirin. Supposedly it's helpful in preventing heart attacks and strokes. I, of course, did not. But as soon as I finish, I'll probably go in and pop a few. Just in case there's any residual clots floating around in my body ready to, I don't know, stroke me or heart attack me. And the other thing, if I didn't mention it, don't be an idiot like me. Oh, Sash, the little doggy's here. Don't be an idiot like me. I'm going to say this quick because the dog's barking now. If you have a car, don't park at the end of the driveway. Park at the front of the driveway. Then you don't have to shovel all the way out to the end.